Hey, everybody. Welcome to See You Next Season podcast, season 2, episode 12. That is. I got Ian here with me, and we're going to talk about guess what? Why social media is really starting to suck for recruiting. You've been down this road. We've talked about it before. So, number one, timing. Okay, employers and candidates, you got to connect on it, like it's just such a random thing. You put an ad on there and it's 60 pages down in like 5 minutes. So it's like you got to have this needle in a haystack that person sees your job right at that moment. So it's just yeah, not a great way to go about it. Ian, I'm gonna let you talk about the next one.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to timing as well. You want to find the most suitable person for the job, not the person who's looking at your job ad at the exact time
Yeah.
before it disappears in the thread. So I'm going to go on to laziness. Basically, we've got a screenshot here. It is um, applying for a job on social media is just a lazy way to go about it. Look at this. This screenshot says it all. It says, I am looking to do a ski season. Where is the best place to apply for? And the guy's so lazy, he actually hasn't even finished his sentence. So it's so easy to apply for jobs. You don't. So people just apply for heaps of jobs and they don't put the effort in it. And so you're getting poor quality candidates.
Yeah, and it's so easy. It goes into the next point, which is oftentimes you're just leaving the door open for people to just use AI generated resumes and just fire them out. So, are you really getting someone? Do you really even know? Especially with the AI piece, I just think it's a really bad idea. And you're just going to get bombarded with stuff that's probably totally irrelevant. So, and then Ian,
Yeah.
I think you got a kind of a bunch here, a couple we can put in here.
I might sneak one quickly back into
Yeah.
the way people apply. It works also, employees put out their names out on social media. Sometimes they're putting them out on 10, 15 different sites. So
Mm.
basically you're chasing a person and there's 50 others chasing that person as well. So you're just wasting your time.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of people look for work by doing that. So again, the odds are not in your favor on that one.
Yeah.
Um, Shall we rush through a bunch of really things that are making social media an awful place to look for work? I'll start
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
just
These
starting to
couple
get
go together for
crypto,
sure.
yeah, crypto scammers, just and people advertising jobs to mine your data and try and rip you off. So yeah, not a great spot.
Yep. Then we're starting to see the soft
Do you want
porn.
to do the next one?
Yeah. I'm kind of throwing it out there. You can add on, but yeah, it's like you said, soft porn now.
Yeah, it's a horrible place, horrible thing to see. Also, if an attractive female is putting her name out there saying, "Hey, I'm interested in working," she's often getting subjected to sexist commentary, unwanted comments, and God knows what happens on private messaging. So a lot of attractive females are just no longer bothering. They're looking in other platforms to find work.
Yep.
You do legals, Matt. You love that sort of stuff.
Well, yeah, it's a big one. I mean, I see a lot of these just random job ads thrown out there with, hey, we'll pay you whatever, $300 a day, extra work, blah, 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 locations starting on the weekends in 1 month. Can you go? Can you do it? Yeah, I don't know. It's just what is this? And there's, of course, laws and guidelines that you have to do when you're posting a job ad. You can't just randomly throw it up there. So, I mean, I guess I should rephrase that. You're welcome to do whatever you want. However, you have to understand that you're just asking for legal ramifications potentially, and you're wasting a ton of people's time. So I do think there needs to be some emphasis put on that, and people need to take more time and think about it before they do it. So you talk about alignment a little bit here, and there's probably several that kind of get lumped in here too.
Yeah, basically, well, alignment or oversubscription of candidates. When you put an ad up on Facebook, and we've got one superimposed here, you lose control of your ad. So this ad, it's a good looking ad. It's got some lovely photos, but it has attracted a lot of attention. And this was all done very, very quickly. So 146 likes, 84 comments, and more importantly, 5 shares. So those shares could have quite easily gone out to jobs boards with 200,000 people on them. And this poor guy who has advertised for 2 positions only is just getting absolutely bombarded with PMs, resumes sent. He'd no doubt be getting phone calls to his business because he's put his business name up there as well. So just, a horrible way to look for 2 people, and he's lost control of his ad simply because people have shared it, and they may be trying to do him a favor, but once an ad goes viral, it's not a good space for the hiring manager, and you don't know. And the thing is, you don't know when you post your ad whether it'll go viral or not.
Yeah.
And you lose control.
Yep. Well, let's talk for a sec too. I mean, I guess that's it is kind of related, but yeah, the alignment, oftentimes I think what you find is you attract folks who are not aligned. Either one, maybe they're just looking for the housing that's attached to your job, so they're 1 foot out the door when they get there, or maybe it's the benefits, or just getting to the location. For a lot of people, just getting to a destination, your destination, they're going to do whatever necessary to get to that point. And you might attract a lot of people who can't even get visas, things like that. Ian, I mean, they'll let you elaborate a little too.
Yeah, we see it all the time. I mean, there's a lot of really skilled people from third world countries, and I admire them for wanting to improve their life, but they're after permanent residency, even though the ad doesn't specify that that's part of it. They'll still bombard your inboxes, your private messaging with, "Hey, can you sponsor me for permanent residency?" And yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah. Well, we made some great points. I think the big takeaway, and we kind of vary and try to keep a good balance in our podcast with employees and employers. This one is definitely directed more towards employers. So in that spirit, use these points, get with us, use our service. And Ian, tell them about the live Q&A. If you're an employer, you're going to want to pay attention to this.
Awesome, guys. So last year we hosted a live Q&A about working in the North American ski fields. That drew a lot of new members and a good audience, and a lot of views on our podcast. So they're going to be, we've got a series of 3 planned. We've got one for Japan with a special guest from Tourism Niseko. We've got one about chalet life in Europe, and we're going to repeat the North American one as well. So it's a really good time to get up new ads or put a new date stamp on your old ads.
Yep.
And get your ads to the top of the board, because we will see a lot of new signups joining us for those sessions. So yeah, definitely get your ads up and get ready.
Right on. Yeah, we'll be putting those up on social media and the site. So stay tuned, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode.